And one of my recent lessons is that, when you're in a triage situation, which is what I found myself in during the pandemic, I was in uncharted waters, unknown territory. I don't have a medical background. There were a lot of political pressures coming our way. We were trying to follow the science on one hand, but with certain leaders, we were really encouraged to move away from following the science. Masking became a very huge conflict in our schools. Social distancing, in-person learning versus hybrid learning, how to keep our kids fed, how to keep them mentally sane. We had a huge technology challenge with our rural communities and being able to connect and keep school and education going. And so the progression that we're trying to embrace now is moving from triage to transformation. And that too has a lot of pressures to it because we are so eager to go back to what for so many years people said wasn't working. But we want to go back to that exact same model. And so if we've been in a triage situation now, we've gotten more resources than we have ever dreamed of having in education and in communities. How are we going to use those for transformation? Or are we just going to go back to what we have done as tradition? And if these situations present themselves again, here we are again in a triage situation, just in a moment and mode of survival. So those are the things that we are grappling with as educators in Macon County, Tuskegee, the state of Alabama, the nation, and the world. And when I say it is indeed a challenge, it is indeed a challenge. And so we try to learn from each of you and all of you, because we affect all careers, all aspects of life. And we have a huge challenge now where our nation was already dealing with lag in some instances. And now this is a huge breadth of learning gaps that we have to try to tackle and deal with. And how are we going to do that in a transformative way? Or are we just going to go back to those traditional constructs that had challenges, particularly for marginalized children and children of color to begin with?